One
Good
second.
morning.
Hold on 1 second. So sometimes you come
Sure.
across a guy that you met 9 months ago and he thought you were going to just chop it up. And in reality, I thought I was going to do a podcast. So you end up chopping it up on a podcast. All right. Tell him who you are, buddy.
No, you're good, man. I get the luxury of being the chairman of a first of its kind patent pending technology company that helps high school athletes finally connect with college recruiters. So that's what I do. We created a company called Athlete Narrative that realized there was a massive gap, huge gap. Parents drive kids around, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, AAU, club ball, basketball, football, baseball, doesn't matter, sport, dance, just to get kids to that level where their speed and agility coach and their varsity coach and all the coaches go, yeah, little Sally or little Johnny are good enough to go to the next level. And then every parent asks the same thing. And if you
You
have
guys are,
listeners, I'm sure you have,
you're a mobile app, right? Or no?
we are a mobile app.
Are you
Yep.
guys live right
And
now?
we really, it is. We realized how broken the system was, man, really and truly. The big boys like the NCSAs and the Captain U's are antiquated, and I think they're dying on the vine. And so we said there's a massive hole that needs fixed here, and we fixed it. And so we quickly realized how beautiful it was and how easy it was to use, and we quickly went and got a patent on it, and we're running 100 miles an hour at this point in time with it.
And what's your exact patent? What is that patent?
So here's the key. So, like the NCSA, the patent protects us that does not allow for any other technology company or recruiting app to take from a sports profile because all of them have it. Huddle, NCSA, Captain U, they all have a sports profile, and that's how a kid can get themselves exposure. The key is all the recruiters are like, you need to email me directly or I won't open it. If it's through a messaging portal, I won't touch it. The NCSAs, the big ones like that, they won't touch them. Our technology takes and does an API call from that. And then we use Chat GTP and different technologies, our own AI, to put together a very dialed email and scrapes and pulls everything from the internet, from their highlights to the recruiting questionnaires to everything, puts it in one compiled email, and then you can send it out. So you're a click. You literally click state, division you want, sport you want, and in seconds pulls up in our app. Every call is designed with that specific. So your JUCO, Division two, Division three, NAI, the state you want and the sport you want. And then it'll pull them up. You click on it, and there's the coach's email, information, Twitter, everything. You simply click on that. It compiles an email and then sends where the API is and the patent is. It leaves that and goes to the kid's email. And then it sends directly from the kid's email. And that's where the patent is we have this API call from all this information, compiles it in one simple email. You simply hit click send and it sends out. So the average athlete can maybe look up, research, find information about a school, finally find the coach's email, get enough gumption on a Saturday to pull his highlight film in and his grade point average and his height and all the stuff. And by the time he's done writing one email, even if he cuts and pastes it, he can go find another school. Within maybe an hour, he kicks out two. In an hour, you can kick out over 300 different emails, know if you even qualify for the school for your grades, follow them on social media, message the coach, and fill out a recruiting questionnaire, probably about 300 of them in less than 10 minutes.
That's
And then
fucking
you're done.
amazing. I love it. I love
It,
it.
it,
So what are you trying to do? Are you
so,
trying to scale your product? Are you trying to get more users? How do you monetize it?
yeah, it's really that. And here's the thing that was the first problem that we needed to fix because no one's really looked at it. Everything was antiquated, and then we're like, we're so sick and tired of these companies taking advantage of parents who live vicariously through their kids, and are like damn near. And you know what I'm talking about if you're around youth sports. It's damn near a failure if you don't get your kid to college after all this time invested in it. And I don't blame parents for feeling that way.
Yeah.
And then they prey on that, and these big companies charge three, four, $5,000 for consulting to get your kid recruited, which is nonsense. Ours is $15. So we've made it affordable for everyone. So everyone can get it. And so you ask me if you're like, what if I could wave a magic wand and help you? How do we get that message out? We're growing and we're talking to different people. And what we're doing is we're actually teaming up with big influencers. So what we do is we white label the app for them. So we'll go into like, let's say the destroying someone like that and like, this is your app. And so we reskin it, rescale it, give him their app, and then he's able to use his app and go to his followers and sell his own product to them. And we're just taking little bits of money
How's
at a
that working
time.
out for you?
Really well. Really, really
Because
well.
it seems like a lot of work to do all that skinning.
Our CTO is really good at it, but also that's the quickest way. We're like, how do we time compress and get this to as many athletes and as many parents as we possibly can? And we just can't compete with some of these people that have a million followers. There's no way we'll do it. So we
Actually,
share in the revenue and we share in the wealth.
I got a better way for you. How about you do
Fire away.
15
Yep.
podcast interviews over the next 45 days and let the podcast tell your story to millions of people exponentially?
You got the hookup for that. That's why I emailed Joe Rogan 2.0, according to
That is
your
true.
thing on there.
Like Joe, I've chosen to get rid of all my fuzz, my hair.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
same
because
thing, brother.
let me tell you something.
But mine's not a choice, my friend. Mine just said, "Hey, you're done."
Well, mine was like I was getting the beachfront property, and I just said, "Fuck this shit." I got rid of all of it. The thing that cracks me up is I got some friends of mine that play professional poker. They went and got the plugs, and they spent like so much money getting these idiot plugs. And I thought to myself, "Are you fucking retarded? Just shave that shit off." And by the way, it's easier. It feels better. I mean, I got news
I
for you.
don't I don't disagree with you. I said mine was not the beach front, mine was back front. So I got all this. People are like, "Why do you shave it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you don't get to see the back part."
Yeah,
So
yeah, I was like, it was starting to go like this, and I had all the fucking ring around I had like the horseshoe look going. I said, fuck
yeah,
that. One day, I want to say it was like 15 years ago, I took my beard trimmers and I just said, fuck this. Let me get rid of this shit.
yep, nope, same thing. I think my wife went, "What did you do?" I'm like, "It's much easier to deal with." So yeah,
Honey,
no, I love it.
all is
Yeah,
beautiful, baby. Plus, you got a wife in the bag already. I mean, you don't even have to date.
don't
Like,
need it. Don't need it.
you're
No,
like,
I'm agreeing with you. So no, anything you could do. That's why we reached out. I mean, I know you have connections. I know you have the
hey,
people that you
I'm
could talk to.
hosting
It's that.
I'm hosting the kickoff dinner at in Green Bay for sports agents and players in this year's draft. How do you feel about going to Green Bay on April 23rd and hanging out with a bunch of agents and players that are going in the NFL?
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
How about you do some podcasts while you're up there? We got a podcast
that
room we're
would be
setting up
awesome.
in the restaurant.
Yeah, well, I'm not afraid to talk to anyone in podcasts. I love that stuff. I mean,
I
I'm
think
I'm game with
2024
anything you can connect us with.
I think 2024 taught everyone that if you do podcasts, it is the best long format ad unit you can for your personal brand, your product. People buy from people they like, and if they get a chance to know you and like you, they'll buy your shit.
No, I don't disagree with you. Look, here's the other thing, Chris. We, me and the other owners of this company, we know we will not be the only ones that cross the finish line by ourselves. There will be specific people we get introduced to. There's enough meat on the bone from a cap table stake to make it work for the right players to come in to push us there. With our patent, once we got it, we knew we had something special. I know damn good and well, and if I actually do a demo for you, you're gonna just be like, "Holy shit!" It changes the game completely. I mean, I got kids that we put on. We put 50 kids on for free to give us feedback. 22 minutes total on the app, 400 some odd emails, 16 replies, 4 camp invites, 2 I need more film, send me stuff, and 3, and this is almost every one of the kids. When do you play next?
I
And
got
these
news
are
for it.
that's
I think your app could literally become a little bit more than what it is because ultimately you're going to be creating a social profile that kids can use and literally share. And I think you
100%.
found something big because what can I help you? All right. This guy
Nope,
wants to know
we
this
agree
guy
with you.
wants to know can he have a page in your app? He
Done. We'll get
runs
them a
a
radar.
3.940. He is fast as fuck.
That little guy looks like he's had not missed a meal. He runs a 3.940.
Well,
I got to see it. You got to laser it.
I'll be honest with you. This guy literally he's a rat terrier and don't fool
Yeah.
yourself. They are fast. Like literally, him and his sister. We go out in the desert, and you ever see a jackrabbit, like a real jackrabbit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those things are
I'm from
insane.
Idaho. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that
Yeah.
shit is insane. Like literally, one day, this is his sister Gracie. One day, Gracie's sitting there by a bush, and I literally am watching her. She's sitting there sniffing around a bush, and there's a jackrabbit literally on the other side of the bush. So she's working her way around it. I see the jackrabbit. He's sitting there still as a statue. And all of a sudden she sees it. She looks at me, she looks at him, she looks at me, and she looks at him. He looked at her 1 second, and then he took off. She took off. They were about 4 feet away from each other. And then about a half a second later, he was about 20 feet away from her. Like when he kicked it into gear, and then she came back and she looked at me. She's like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I think it was an alien. Like he
Where are you
literally.
from? Do you have jackrabbits? Where are you living right now?
I live in Nevada, so I live right outside of
Oh
Vegas.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Absolutely.
yeah,
So
and that those things are amazing. Like their back legs go like way ahead of them and grab dirt, and they just like they have this like I don't know what it is, but they're just the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I grew up. I'm still in Idaho, and we
By the way, I
had
fucking love Idaho. If I was ever going to move somewhere, it would either be Idaho or Utah. How's the summer in Idaho?
hot 100 degrees. Not as hot as Nevada, but 100
Yeah,
degrees.
I need
We
to
get
get away
all
from like
four.
anything over 100. I can't take anymore. So I think Utah is my next stop. I'm gonna get a place this
Utah's
summer in Utah.
beautiful. Utah's beautiful, very similar to Idaho. But I remember growing up, speaking of jackrabbits, the farmers would hire you to come out there and spotlight them because they would overtake farms. And so you would literally spotlight these things and they would pay you like $1 one that you actually killed. So you'd go out and you would, what's called bunny bobbing. You would spotlight them and just shoot them and take them to the farmer. I'm thinking back, this is like early 90s. I'm like, that's crazy. They would just hire farm boys to go out there and just kill rabbits all night long.
Well, they do reproduce pretty well. The only thing that
Oh,
keeps
like crazy.
jackrabbits and the rabbits entirely in check here in Nevada is we have coyotes, and at night I'm pretty sure the coyotes are munching on jackrabbit.
Absolutely. So, no, Chris, I would love to. This is the very reason, and I'm glad that we were both confused on what we are doing, but we had this conversation. Yeah, you put us on pot. That's awesome. We could even have deeper conversations like, Andy, if I get you here, 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 and here, and it exposed this way, how can I get a piece of the pie? We're not afraid of those conversations. We like them. We run very lean. Our overhead's next to nil. You're talking to one of the majority owners. We know we have something unbelievably special when I do a demo for you or anyone. I just got done meeting with US Soccer because it got all the way to them, the MLS, and like, what the hell did you come up with? And we showed it to them. They're just like, holy shit, we've never seen anything like this. So we now just signed an MOU with the VP of US Soccer of like, here's his memorandum understanding and what he needed to do to be able to get equity into it. So if you're like, look, I got connections to podcasts through the roof, let's meet deeper. Beautiful. And that's kind of where I thought maybe this conversation would go, and we're all about it. And I have no problem getting on and talking about this in a
Oh,
very
here I got
concise
news
way
for
so
you,
people
folks. This
go,
is
I
Andrew
need it.
Fuller. Give them the name of the app so that they can pay attention to this, and then I'll stop the recording.
No, you're good. It's athlete, just how you spell it, athletenarrative.com. And it's just go to Athlete Narrative. You can go to the Apple and Android store, download it. It is the easiest thing to use.
He's Andrew Fuller. Pay attention, guys.